By your leave, mother, I will stand. The watch is not done. That way, even if he is the last man, he is not just a straggler running and trying to stay alive. He has the command, and duty calls him to do what must be done. If I go to the last embrace of the mother, the duty is yours. The father of lies never lays simple plans. It takes more than bravery to bind a man to the horn. The light shine on you, Atar of Haushanoa, and may you shelter in the palm of the Creator's hand. The last embrace of the mother welcome you home. The Dark One can have the horn for all I care. What does finding the horn count if I abandon Egwene to this? If I did that, the horn could not save me. The Creator could not save me. I would damn myself. Twice and twice we shall be marked. Twice to live and twice to die. Once the heron to set the path. Twice the heron to name him true. Once the dragon for remembrance lost. Twice the dragon for the price he must pay. Hey everyone, so I have my trusty laptop here for my notes, and we're gonna go ahead and talk through The Great Hunt. It's here on my shelf because my brother just finished it. Well, I guess this is a little late. He finished it a bit ago, but here is my video on The Great Hunt. Let's start with non-spoiler. What I mean by non-spoiler is for new readers, they're safe if they've read through The Great Hunt. So only spoiling through The Great Hunt, nothing afterwards. So this is my new reader section. All right, I really loved watching or listening to TJ talk about The Great Hunt, and let's go ahead and talk about his thoughts, my brother's thoughts on The Great Hunt. Here it is. My favorite thing that he said was now that he's read The Great Hunt, he's bought into the series. I was so surprised when he said this. I feel like I wasn't quite bought in yet during The Great Hunt. I think it was The Dragon Reborn that made me bought in, but he really enjoyed The Great Hunt and he says he's bought in. That's so amazing to me. He agreed with me that it's better paced. I also agree with that. This one is much better paced. He loves that the characters get separated. He had a lot of OMG moments is what he said. Oh my goodness moments. And he just like gasped when the horn was stolen and everything. I remember him texting me when that happened. I remember him agreeing with me that it was kind of hard to follow when the portal stones happened. I also kind of got confused during the portal stones, but I think Robert Jordan kind of wanted that to happen, wanted it to be a little confusing. He was surprised by the sci-fi elements, and he was surprised by like some time travel aspects and the 6 months later part of the Flicker series sequence. If you know, you know. He says Selene was obviously a bad guy. It was very obvious, like from the get-go. He thought it was so funny how clueless the boys were about Selene. I guess it was only Rand, so not boys, just Rand and Huron. So he was always questioning her motives and everything, especially like, why does she want to go to Kyrian and those kinds of things. So I was really happy that he got that. I don't know if there's anyone who didn't get Selene was trouble. I love that for the climax of this, he said it was a heart in my throat kind of moment when the girls got captured. That was really cool for him to say. This is my favorite of his predictions ever so far, and that includes some of the Dragon Reborn things that he's already said. But he told us when he met Leandrin that he thought Leandrin was gonna be a secret ally, and he was all convinced. And then it was like, I don't know, a day later that he was like, oh my gosh, she's evil. It was the best moment of all of the predictions, and he knows I'm gonna give him a hard time for that, but he gets it. I think that it all happens sometime in the books when we do these kinds of books, that you make a prediction like that that's like immediately shot down. He loves that Nynaeve redeemed herself. She was kind of annoying throughout this book to him, and she redeems himself, and he loves her like protector mentality. He really liked Min, which is awesome. The funniest thing he said was that he thinks Elaine talks like our grandmother, which is really, really funny to me. I never like thought that, but he was like, I hear her voice when Elaine talks. It was so funny to me. He loved Viren, which I was so happy about because when this was going on, I'm in the Gathering Storm. So if you know, you know about Viren in the Gathering Storm. And so when he said he liked Viren, I was like really happy. And then he made a joke that I just wanted to share. He said with Nynaeve only being able to channel when she's angry, he said that she needs a really bad ex-boyfriend to like have his picture so that she can just whip it out whenever she needs to channel. It was so good. He's hilarious. Okay. So that was just his general thoughts. Now let's move on to TJ's predictions for The Great Hunt. This is again the end of The Great Hunt where he's at. First two that just carried on from book one. He just continued the thread that there'll be political turmoil and that Perrin will end up with Egwene. Those are the two that just carried over from book one, so he's just continuing those. The new one, Rand is still going to resist being the Dragon Reborn, even though he like knows now that he's going to have, moments of resisting, is what he said. He thinks that Min's vision of the three girls, it's going to be Elaine, Egwene, and Min. He says that Padan Fain is going to be a key protagonist throughout the entire series. He says that Matt will be a very different person when we meet him again because of the dagger heal, and he'll be very upset if there's not any more drama involving the dagger. If he just gets healed and it's just over and it's fine, he said that he would be upset with that. And then finally, that Egwene will come back very different from the book, from this book, because of all of the things that happened in this book. And the other girls too, but mostly Egwene, that she will change a lot in the next book. All right, so now I'm gonna just add some non-spoiler thoughts of my own. So this is still the non-spoiler or the new reader section. This is not my favorite book, so it was interesting to listen to TJ talking about it because it's about 9th on my list of the 13 books that I've read, or finished, because I'm on the 14th book. So it's not my favorite at all, but it's the same thing that happened with Eye of the World. As he like kept on talking about it, I liked it a lot better than I remembered because this experience has just been so much fun. And so I do like this book better now than I did before when I first read it. Just seeing it through TJ's eyes, I really was glad that he liked it better than Eye of the World. And that it's like helped him kind of buy into the series. I'm still enjoying his predictions. So the Leandrin prediction was just the best. How quickly it turned around for him. And I can't remember my predictions for Great Hunt, which I'm really upset about, but I'm so excited for when we get to the Shadow Rising, because that's when I started writing down my predictions. So we're so excited to get to the 4th book with him. He's in the 3rd book right now and loving it, so I'm very excited for the 4th book and to see if I predicted the same things as him, which will be interesting to see. So that is the end of the new reader section or non-spoiler section. So please stop watching this video, TJ, if you're watching, and please stop watching this video if you're a new reader, because now I'm going to spoil other things in the series and maybe some of TJ's predictions. So stop now. This is the spoiler section. Spoiler through Towers of Midnight, which is the book that I am in currently. Spoilers to Towers of Midnight. I'm going to say it again. All right, so my biggest thought, spoiler-wise, of TJ's predictions is I don't actually know where in the books he's gonna kind of give up on the Perrin and Egwene prediction. So that's like a huge question mark in my brain of like, which book is he gonna finally be like, oh, they don't get together? Because they're not really around each other a lot. So like, where's that end point for him? That'll be interesting. Because I don't even know if that was like Robert Jordan's intentions of them seeming like they'll get together. It's very much in the show, which was like a weird thing to me because I never saw it. My mom never saw it either, so it was like really surprising to us that TJ said that. Maybe it's because he saw the first episode, but I think he said that even before he saw the first episode, so I'm not really sure where he gets it. I can't wait to see his Dragon Reborn thoughts because that's like one of my favorites. It's like top 3 or 4. He's been texting us a lot throughout Dragon Reborn, so please come back for the next episode. It'll be in April. And so yeah, the big thing for me, spoiler-wise, is like I don't really like time travel, so I didn't like this book that much because of that aspect. And I was really happy when we don't really use portal stones much afterward, so I'm really grateful for that. Maybe it'll come back in the last books, but I'm only a third of the way through Towers of Midnight. I'm hoping they don't come back because I didn't really like the portal stone thing. I do like sci-fi, but not really time travel that much. So I hope that like in the show they use the ways better more than portal stones, to be honest. All right, my mom's thoughts on this book. She rated it 4th, which is like, how is it 4th? That's crazy. She really liked that it was the beginning of Jordan's huge epic climaxes and endings to books, his final scenes that are so amazing, his climaxes that are so amazing. And I do agree, this one has such an amazing, bombastic, huge ending. It's like the Sandor Lanch, but before Sanderson, the Jordan Lanch, which doesn't roll off the tongue as well. So this is the first book that's a reality. And she really likes that this is kind of the beginning of Rand's journey to become a better leader. And it's really cool to see that and review it because I'm in the last books and you can know so much happens with Rand's in the last books, especially Gathering Storm. And it's really cool to see like this is the little inklings that he could be a good leader, because when he's separated with Heron and Loyal, you can kind of see little inklings that he could be a leader, but he's not a leader yet, and it's really cool. So yeah, I think that's all for The Great Hunt. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it when you first read it, if you remember. I really wish I remembered more of my thoughts. I do know I finished this a lot quicker than I did Eye of the World, so I did like it better than Eye of the World when I first read it. I don't remember where Eye of the World is in my rankings. So, I mean, that is great. And I'm really excited for the next 2, like I said, because those are in my top 4, if not top 3. So I'm really excited to hear TJ's thoughts on them. So if you like this, go ahead and do a like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.